Sophie and welcome back to the Winner Your Booktube channel, and today I'm back with a Soph Says, this time on Four Dead Queens by Astrid Scholte. Now, this is a book that I read yesterday, or that I finished reading yesterday, for the Lost in a Book, no, for the Dumbledore's Army book club, and I actually really liked it. It was nothing of what I was expecting. This will be a spoiler-free review. I will be guiding myself with my review on Goodreads, so I will separate this review in two parts, what I liked and what I didn't. For just a preview, I did give this book 5 out of 5 stars. Okay, so starting with the blurb of the book, basically we are following Carolee. She is a 17-year-old sort of thief, and basically she is out one day on a stroll with her employee, and she is told to steal a comm case from a messenger. Now, a comm case is basically a box where you have comm chips, which are like little pieces of gum that dissolve in your mouth, and they contain the memories of someone. So she steals it. Now, the messenger, Vadim, is not very excited with that, and basically he tries to get the comm chips back. Now, that stuff is all happening, and one of the queens gets murdered. We are in a land called Quadara. They are divided into 4 regions: Ionia, Ludia, Toria, and Archaea. And Queen Iris, Queen of Archaea, is murdered inside the palace, which is supposed to be this impenetrable dome. Now, everything from that point on is trying to figure out who murdered Queen Iris, how the hell did they do it, and what's their plan for it. We are following a lot of people. We are following all the 4 queens: Queen Iris of Archaea, Queen Cora of Ionia, Queen Stessa of Ludia, and Queen Marguerite of Toria. And we are also following Carolee. Like, we have these 5 perspectives. We also get like a lot of visions into the world, so that's really cool. Now, getting into the points I liked, first of all, the politics in the world, they are awesomely built. They are awesomely explained. You actually feel like you have visited every single one of the kingdoms, and you feel like you can call the characters like your friends and maybe even your family. For the politics, it's not that complex of a system. The system is explained. There are a set of rules called the queenly law, and basically the queens cannot break that rule because that rule is upheld. And yeah, so the queens also have rules for them to follow, and the whole idea of the rules and the whole politics is very, very well explained, is very, 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 very good. I mean very, very good. There are some characters that are morally gray. The best example is Carolee. She is a thief, but she's our main character, so we kind of grow to love her, even though she's not the greatest person ever. I mean, she steals from people for a living. And yeah, so there's that little quality of gray morality kind of associated to all characters. Some things you're expecting, some things you are not, like, at all. But there are characters that are clearly villains, and there are characters that are clearly heroes. Like I said, you grow attached to the characters. You get to the end of the book calling them your friends. Some of the characters, I could even call them my sisters or brothers. So all of that, and while we're following everything, while we're following their adventure, it pulls on your heartstrings. Like, at 100% level. I really, really like the way it makes you feel like you're watching someone you know go through all of that. And the last thing I have written in my likes points is some sick twists. There are some twists you're not even expecting, and you're gonna be like, well, now you told me there's a twist I'm not expecting, so I'm expecting it. Mm-mm. Trust me, it's not predictable at all. And I read some murder mysteries. Um, so oh my god, there's just some twists, and there's this one specific twist. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but there's this one specific twist while you're there's this twist, and then you're led to believe something, and then there's another twist, and you're like, wow. And it's brilliantly done. Every single twist is perfectly executed. You're not expecting like anything from it, and yes, yes, it's so freaking good. Now, there are some points that I wish were done differently. Um, First of all, the world and the way it is divided into factions reminds me of Divergent, with the 4 factions and the 4 kingdoms, and the fact that each kingdom has their own like personality thingies. It really reminds me of Divergent. And I kind of wanted to know something about more of like the future of some characters. There are some characters, and then you have the ending, and then there's some things that are left out in the open. And I wish we could have known if it was a happy ending or a sad ending for those characters, and what actually happens to the world. Like, how do they react to the whole thing? I think it would have been fun to have like a 6 months after kind of prologue thing, but I really, really liked it. I was not expecting a murder mystery. I was expecting more of a fantasy. This is more of a dystopian murder mystery thingy, and not fantasy at all as I was expecting. But I really, really, really did enjoy it. It took my heart by storm, and I highly recommend this. If you guys are into this sort of thing, just check it out. I will leave the Goodreads link down below if you guys want to check it out. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!